that is full of what you like doing, than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Hey, come on, yeah. I don't want the pain, cause I don't want a two-step with me, come on. Two-step with me, come on. You would tell, actually 1, 2, 3, talk to 'em. Man, I come to this game, man, to change your brain. Man, I come to
channel. So for today's video, if you haven't read the title by now, we are doing our entry into the NYX Face Awards, hunty. So I am entering into the NYX Face Awards. Hopefully I make it, y'all. Hopefully I'm gonna need the prayers of the B.O.M B Squad to get me through. So let's take a moment of silence. Alright, let's go. This video is going to be a voiceover because I really do need to concentrate, so bear with me. So we're first going to map out the hexagon shapes on the forehead. Let me tell you something. Drawing out this hexagon shape was the most difficult thing I probably have ever done. But we got it even, so we're good to go. So we're taking the NYX lip pencil in espresso, and the thing I love about this lip pencil is that you can easily wipe it away if you make a mistake, like so. So I literally thought I was a pro by not holding on to the hexagon, but clearly not. So let me just go back to, you know, holding the hexagon. So basically we are drawing out the forehead shape so that the top of the forehead is open. So there's really no correct way to do this. I just followed the inspirational picture that I had in front of me. Just make sure that the opening of the forehead is actually open. Don't close it off with the hexagons. So I actually had to freehand some of the hexagons because the little paper thing was getting in the way. So just do your best with this part. So now that we have all these shapes on the face, we're going to work on the mouth part where the lava is going to be flowing down. So as you can see, I'm not going under my chin because it's hard to do under your chin when you're doing it yourself. So line up where the actual end of the chin meets the start of the lines on the esophagus. And to get that straight line on the esophagus, straighten your neck out as far as possible so you can get a straight line. So now we're going to move on to filling in the skull part. So I'm taking the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in medium beige, and we're going to use this as a base so the eyeshadows can be a little bit more vibrant. So I forgot to film this part, but we are using the NYX Ultimate Palette, and I am taking the brightest yellow shade in the palette just so I can have or add some highlight essentially to the skull so we can have some dimension. As you can see, I also forgot to add one more hexagon to the forehead, so just add it in there wherever you see fit. So now I'm going in with the Licorice Lane palette, and I am taking that orange shade and adding it to the forehead, and then I'm taking the red shade and doing the exact same thing. I found that in this situation the finger actually works better to pack on the color, so do your best as possible to pack on the color. So now I'm moving on to the actual face paint. I'm using the Snazaroo face paint, the black and the white. I had to mix the colors, so this is a custom color. And now I'm moving on to the eyebrows. So the eyebrows, I'm using the LA Colors Browie Wowie in the shade black, and this is their brow pencil. And I'm filling my brows in lightly, so with a light hand, just so I can get them gray and not fully black. So I realized that the brown pencil was not going to cut it for dimension on the skull part, so I went in with some black liquid liner and the black in the Licorice Lane palette just to add some dimension. But now we're going to add highlight. So for highlight, I'm using the NYX Gel Liner in white. And I am just going to highlight around the hexagon shapes that we made. So now it's time to contour. So to contour, I'm actually using the black in the Licorice Lane palette. And I'm just contouring how I normally contour on the nose, a little bit on the forehead, just so I can add some more dimension. You don't have to do this step, so no worries. And then I added some contour on the cheekbones. So now we're going to highlight. So for highlight, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Black Light Highlighter Palette. And the color that I'm using is Strobe. And I'm going to highlight on my nose, under the brow bone, on the cheekbones, and on the upper lip. So under the nose, I'm actually mixing the orange and the yellow shade from the Licorice Lane palette just to give me a reflection from the lava that will be spewing from our lips. So to fast forward, we are now working on the lava part. I just primed my neck and chin with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I'm doing the exact same thing that I did on my forehead, so there's really nothing different. You just really have to use your creativity for this part. I'm actually adding the yellow and orange shade around the mouth just to give me that reflection and shadow as if you were looking at a real lava flow. So as you can see, I forgot to add a line, the gray line that you see on my neck, because lava doesn't just flow in one stream. It flows in different parts. You have dripping parts, and then you have parts that are longer than others. So it's really just using your creativity to make it more realistic. And the yellow lipstick that I'm using is actually from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm just using that to highlight. And also don't forget to add the white highlights to the lava flow so it can be more realistic. So now moving on to the eyes. I am putting black eyeshadow in my crease, and I am buffing this out into my eyebrow. And I also took that black eyeshadow under the eyes. So now we're going to move into the eyes. So you see I have one eye done. So we're going to cut the crease with the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in medium beige. And then we're going to add that orange and yellow shade just to give a gradient slash ombre effect. So for the eyelids, we're actually adding white gel liner, and I'm just drawing little lines. The lines do not have to be perfect. That's the whole purpose. So don't get frustrated if they're not perfect. So you can use any pair of lashes, and you're just going to stick this in the crease. I'm going in with black liquid liner just to hide my lashes. And then for the glow, we are using glow in the dark body paint. Alright y'all, so this is it for the finished video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you are new to my channel, join the B.O.M Squad because we are the realest squad on the internet. Also leave a comment in the comment box below. But I look forward to seeing y'all in my next tutorial. Bye guys!